Alright. What's up guys, Xuen here. So I'm streaming right now, so this is not going to have like a script or anything, but pretty much going to be talking about what legendaries are going to be best for Windwalkers this expansion so far. Again, some of this stuff can be subject to change. Some people think that some are going to get nerfed. I think that certain ones are going to stay the same, but we'll kind of go from where we are now. So like right now we're in week 2, right? Our best legendaries for now for both PvE and PvP. This is also going to, if I didn't mention before, this is going to cover both PvE and PvP. Should be planning on rating Mythic on my Windwalker Monk. So let's get started. The legendaries that are best right now for us are actually going to come out of rating for both PvE and PvP. I'll be going over theirs soon, but since we don't have access to that right now, I decided to go with Xuen's Treasure as my first legendary, and the reason for this is because the other option for me was Jade Ignition, and I didn't see that being as viable in PvP because I'm mainly PvP. A lot of people in the beta were initially using Jade Ignition with Dance's Shiji, which made you hit like really hard with Spinning Crank Kick. The issue about Jade Ignition in the... Please let me do things. Again, this is not scripted, so... Powers. Aha. The thing about Jade Ignition and PvP is the fact that you have to... It depends on like how many targets you hit with Fist of Fury. So it can work in 3s, it can work in BGs, but it still will take you a long time to build up the stacks versus if you're somewhere, if you're like rating or doing like Mythic Plus and stuff like that. If you are doing a lot of Mythic Plus right now and Mythic Zeros, because Mythic Plus isn't out till next week, I would suggest going with Jade Ignition as your first legendary. If you got it, because if you didn't get it, if you don't know, it was from last week's Torghast. If you didn't get it last week, you're gonna have to wait 2 more weeks for Torghast to reset for you to be able to get this legendary. I missed out on it. I didn't really want it at the time. No, let's be real. I just fucking forgot about it. That's the real truth right there. And I didn't realize until next week. But anyway, I decided to go with Xuen's Treasure, mainly because it was the best option for me at the moment for both PvE and PvP. It's actually really strong right now. I got the Fist of Fury down at like as soon as I used it, about 3 seconds later, my Fist of Fury was on 8 seconds. So if you guys don't know, Fist of Fury is a 23 point something cooldown, and each time you use Blackout Kick and Rising Sun Kick, it reduces the cooldown of Fist of Fury. If your Rising Sun Kick crits, no matter if it's after you use a Fist of Fury, it will be reduced by 2.5 seconds. So you combine that with the Blackout Kick, and your Fist of Fury comes up cooldown really fast. So this can also be viable in PvP. Let's move on to Keeper's Skyreach. This is a good PvP option. Not really so much for PvE. This is mainly for PvP. There's mainly like 4 really good legendaries for monks, 4 or 5. I think it's like 5. Yeah, like these 5 right here. We going over all of them. So Keeper Skyreach is really good for PvP. It's a good option if you don't want to go for Invoker's Delight. Invoker's Delight is honestly going to be my go-to for PvP, and the reason for that is because if you combine 33% haste that you get from Invoker's Delight with Alpha Tiger, which increases your haste by another 30%, if you're running with a priest and you also get PI'd, or Power Infusion if you don't know what PI is, it also increases your haste. Your Fist of Fury channel is going to be like 1.3 seconds. It's insane. You literally melt people. It's ridiculous. Might get nerfed. But yeah, that will drop from rating. The other best legendary that is for us for PvE is going to be Last Emperor's Capacitor. This was something that was back in Legion, I believe. They brought it back. They brought a lot of these back from Legion, actually. From the guides that I've been looking on YouTube, and again, if this changes, I will make an updated video on this, but the guides that I've been looking on, not YouTube, but Wowhead and stuff like that, a lot of people are saying the Last Emperor's Capacitor is going to be the strongest for PvE. I don't expect it to be strong in PvP at all, mainly due to the fact that you can get kicked. And if you get kicked, you're basically wasting all the other opportunities that you could be going, like Xuen's Treasure, Keeper Skyreach, or Invoker's Delight. And Xuen's Treasure obviously is going to be good for both PvE and PvP. I expect this to be actually somewhat decent in 3s and high-end rating. Not so much Mythic Plus. The best bet for Mythic Plus would obviously be Jade Ignition. But then again, I missed that because I was an idiot. But yeah, those are going to be pretty much the legendaries that you're going to want to go for. And if you guys don't know where they drop, you can always check your powers, and then it will tell you right there. So like Heaver Skyreach will be from World Boss, Last Emperor's Capacitor, and Invoker's Flight will be from Rage, Ignition is from Torghast, not next week, but the week after, and Xuen's Treasure is from the first boss in Sanguine Depths. The way that I got this was by literally being an asshole. I felt really bad about this. It took me about 35, I lost count after 35, but it literally took me a little over 35 times to get it. What I did was I queued up for, it can drop from normal, heroic, it has an increased chance to drop on heroic or mythic, and the way that I got it was I literally keyed up for DPS, for Sanguine Depths, normal and heroic, and I spammed the fuck out of it, and after we killed the first boss I just left, because for some reason, if you leave the instance group after you kill a boss, you do not get the deserter debuff. Don't know why. I expect it to be hotfixed soon because I know that there are a lot of people complaining about it. So take advantage of it now. You'll feel bad, but take advantage of it now. Please. Before it gets nerfed, because I know it's going to get nerfed. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be running. So like week 1 rating, I'm obviously going to be running Xuen's Treasure because that's the best option for me right now. And after that, I'm going to be swapping to the Capacitor for rating, and then I'm also going to be using the Invoker's Delight for PvP and high rated 3v3s. So that's it. If you guys got any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Again, check out my Twitch. Shameless plugin, I know, but it is what it is. I am streaming right now. Yeah, no script. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if this stuff does change, I will make an updated video on this. But for now, these are pretty much your go-to legendaries, at least in my eyes. Again, like I said, if something does change, I will make a video about it. But hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Windwalkers are looking pretty strong this expansion. They're probably going to get buffed in, or not arenas, but rating and stuff, PvE, from what I've heard, because they're actually kind of weak in PvE right now, which makes me really worried about my mythic spot, but I will try. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Next video, we're going to be going over Covenants, and basically what I chose, why I chose it, and what Covenants are good, what options do you have. You kind of have like 2 options, but we'll go over that in the next video. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Peace. It's almost worse than an ordinary roll. Well, that's one of the reasons, Senex, is why